Patience is a virtue. Everything in life takes time. Stay focused, stay consistent, stay on your grind. It's Street Dialogue Podcast. Welcome to the podcast. It's your boy A God, giving dialogue from a street perspective. How y'all doing out there today, man? We about to start the podcast. So today our topic is about Lil Durk. What's going on with Lil Durk and the people involved with the murder of Quando Rondo cousin and the indictment, the whole OTF indictment. That's what we're gonna talk about today, man. Man, it's crazy, man. One day you out here, you living life, and the next day, you know, you could be gone. Decision making, my people, decision making. We have to be aware of decisions that we make in life, and you know, the effect that it can make on our life. So just getting into this, let's just dive into what's going on. It's crazy. Like, you know, one day you here, the next day you gone. So we got to be careful of what we ask for. You know, when you at the top, you know, people always trying to figure a way to take you out of your position. You feel me? So you got to watch the people around you and your surroundings, you know, and everything you're doing. So, man, it's crazy what's going on right now in this world. Gotta be careful out here. You gotta be careful out here, man. So what they're saying is, according to the Broward Sheriff Office, 32-year-old Durk Devontae Banks of Chicago was arrested by the U.S. Marshal Service and charged Thursday with murder for hire. He was being held without bond pending trial. So right now, currently, they have Lil Durk in the Broward County Sheriff's Office, and yeah, he officially is in there. That's him. He's locked up right now. They got the mug shots out, and it's sad, man. He was the founder, you know what I'm saying, of the hip hop group Only the Family, or known by OTF, which mostly features artists such as the late King Von. You know, he was good. You know, he got known in the drill music, and you know, he's a Chicago native. King Von was shot and killed on November 6, 2020, after getting in a physical altercation with Quando Rondo. So basically they saying all this stemming from the death of King Von, which happened in 2020. So basically they have OTF affiliates right now that's indicted in a murder for hire conspiracy. So on June 2024, a grand jury convened and indicted 5 men. The charges were conspiracy and use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, resulting in death, carrying and discharging a firearm and machine gun, and possession of such firearm in furtherance of crime of violence, resulting in death, and possession of a machine gun. So these 5 men that was involved in this, right now, they're currently being charged with hire for conspiracy right now. And the names of those men are Kevon London Grant, aka Cuz, aka Vonnie, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, aka DD, Keith Jones, aka Flocka, David Brian Lindsay, aka Brown Eyes, and Ozzy Houston, aka Boogie. So they have currently 5 of the OTF members right now in federal custody right now. So, you know, only one can speculate that, you know, somebody must be telling. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't no rules in this game. It ain't no respect among thieves. It ain't no honor amongst thieves. You feel me? So, man, this is crazy. So, basically, this is retaliation for what happened to King Von. So what they're saying is that they have these messages between one of the five and Lil Durk. They got messages saying, you know, don't mention his name, and you know, giving them basically instruction. Man, it's a big story right here. So, you know, we gonna get a dialogue from a street perspective, you know, this street dialogue. So basically we got Lil Durk, who's a millionaire, and has a promising career, and everything just is thrown away due to retaliation. Now, if somebody, you know, do harm to your family, most definitely you're going to be thinking about killing someone and doing harm to those people. You have to be smart, man, at what you're doing out here. You can't be stupid out here, man. It's a lot of technology, and when you're dealing with the feds, you know, they 10 steps ahead of what you got going on. There's plenty of people that been snitching for ages out here, you know, and giving them information that they don't supposed to have. You feel me? So they 10 steps ahead of the game, you know. So basically, the indictment shows a white BMW and a white Infiniti allegedly following the black Escalade that Quando Rondo and Lil Paul were in. So once Quando Rondo was found, Jones, Lindsay, and co-conspirator 2 would fire multiple shots at Quando Rondo, killing Lil Paul, who was the passenger inside Quando Rondo vehicle, according to the indictment, which was his cousin. So they got images showing the alleged people that were shooting at the firing their guns at Quando Rondo black Escalade. So they have one of the suspects, Wilson, is accused of paying the bounty or monetary reward or cause payment for the killing of Lil Paul on behalf of co-conspirators, known and unknown, to the conspirators hired to kill Quando Rondo. So they basically have all these people on film, and they have a paper trail of everything that they was doing and what was going on. So it don't look like Lil Durk gonna be getting out no time soon. So the top investigator from the FBI that's on this case, she already had notified people at the airport, you know, if he tried to flee or anything. So they already was aware of where he was trying to go, that he was trying to flee. So they made sure they picked up Lil Durk in Fort Lauderdale. Like, how many of us young black men are going to throw our life away due to gun violence? It's a right and a wrong way to do things. You can't be out here using no phones and communicating off of phones and, you know, sending text messages and leaving paper trails when you talking about putting a hit on somebody, you know. with this new generation, the new age, you know, they talking over these phones. Like, what y'all need to understand, that the feds, they control all that. They can tap into anything. So if you out here talking on the phone, sending messages on the phone and stuff like that, you already know it's a possibility that you could be caught. And then with all these cameras and stuff like that, and you got a paper trail, and you already got evidence held against you that they've been watching you, most definitely, you know, you should lay low. You shouldn't even much have no say so on what's going on. You got to be careful with what you're doing out here, man. You got to be more smarter than that. Like, life is too short. You know what I'm saying? So basically, we have 5 people right now in the feds' custody right now that took part in the murder of Quando Rondo cousin. And now Lil Durk is basically the person behind everything, they saying, that hired these 5 gunmen to kill Quando Rondo in retaliation of King Von death. So we got to be mindful of what's going on out here, man. We got to be mindful. We got to be mindful of what's going on out here, for sure. Got to be smart, man. This don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So, also they're talking about Bricc Baby. You know, Bricc Baby. And then we got to look at Quando Rondo too. These dudes, they're a part of Crips, the Crip organization. So, you got Bricc Baby. They put his name in it, saying he could have possibly set up Quando Rondo. And if you notice, Quando Rondo felt like, you know, the Crips in Cali ain't help him. So, you know, he was like, I'm going to drop the flag. You know what I'm saying? He ain't want no more part of that organization. You got to peep what's going on. And Bricc Baby said that, you know, he ride with OTF. He ride with Lil Durk. But them boys supposed to be Crips. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know what's dealing on with the West Coast and, you know, people down south that's repping these gangs and stuff like that. But like on the last podcast, I say everybody who you think your friend ain't your friend. So, you know, they saying he could be allegedly tied in this. And from the action of Quando Rondo, you know, and his frustrations, you know what I'm saying? I can see why he could be pissed off like that. You know, you in LA, you expecting, you know, the Crips from LA to hold you down. But I don't know if he was checking in like that. You know, you got to check in. So, man, it's just sad, man. And right now, Quando Rondo is facing charges right now, but nothing dealing with murder. So they just trying to bring people down all around. You got to be careful of what you're saying out here and what you do, man. Seriously, you got to be careful of what you say, what you do. You don't know who watching, especially if you're in the gang and you affiliated and, you know, you the one with the money and people behind you. You know, you got to move on a different level. You can't move like ordinary people. You can't talk like a normal motherfucker would on his phone. You got to be smart out here, man. So, yeah, they got Durk in the custody right now. They got Lil Durk in the custody right now. So, man, it's getting real out here. So, with the people that's involved, you know, you never know who want to bring you down. Like, man, it ain't really no real people out here. It ain't no real genuine people out here, you know. Once a motherfucker get caught up, you don't know what they gonna say, what they gonna do. It could be the person you least suspect. As soon as you go down, they gonna give up your name. It's like snitching is at an ultimate high right now, man. You gotta be aware of what's going on and everything that's going on around you. You can't be out here, you know, rolling 30 deep, 20 deep, bringing all these eyes on you, man. Right now, from what I'm looking at, you got to hire real security. Look at Fat Joe. He used to do the same thing. He used to roll around 20 deep and had all these people around him. Now you see he be solo right now. He don't want nothing. Don't even mention his name with none of that. He's a changed man. And who knows what he's done in the past. He don't want none of that coming up, man. Changed man, hey, I ain't on that. Hey, man, this is what I'm doing. Y'all need to look at Fat Joe, and y'all need to see how he turned his life around and move how he moving. Because the Terror Squad wasn't no joke back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, them boys was running deep. Y'all got to be smart out here, man. The feds are not playing at all. Anybody that think they can run around and make music and thinking they untouchable, you know, you thinking you Scarface, y'all acting like y'all living in these movies and stuff like that. Man, these people ain't letting that slide. It's too much technology out here right now. They got AI robots, all that stuff going on right now, if you ain't aware. So it's easy for them to piece a murder together, especially when it's dealing with someone that's famous. Y'all gotta wake up, man. And that's real. You know, I'm gonna give a dialogue from a street perspective all day. We gotta wake up, man. We gotta be focused on what we doing out here. If you in the game and you making millions, it's no use to you being in the street and trying to live this street life. Beef for what? What's beef? Like, you ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody out here, man. Stay focused on getting your money, man. That ain't nothing but distraction. That ain't nothing but the devil, man. Look at Lil Durk, man. Y'all gotta look how people making mistakes out here and learn from others' mistakes. Watch what's going on. See what's going on. You thinking you tough? You up a mill. You in a position that people would die to get to, and you just let the bag go like that. You gotta move smarter. Especially if you already killing, you know, y'all known for already killing and stuff like that. You know they watch. Let's sit back. Let's see what next move they gonna make. All they did was sat back and watched. Once they made the move, they came in. They already had an investigation going on. He was just feeding the homeless. He was just doing all these positive things. Prayer. All that. Now he caught up in the murder case, man. Come on, man. Wake up. You can't beat the system, man. You can't beat the system, man. When it's in place, man, you can't beat the system. You gotta be focused out here, for real. You gotta be focused out here. They already had a game plan. They already was watching them. So if you know you out here doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing, and you sitting up here talking on the phone like everything good, you don't know who moving. And also they saying one of the OTF members had a wire on him. Someone that he bonded out. They had a wire on him. So they got that evidence too. So we gonna see how this play out, man. We gonna see how this trial play out, and we gonna see what happens. You know, usually when the feds get involved, especially with their conviction rate, you know, usually people don't get out like that. So, you know, even if he do have to do a little time or whatever it is for conspiracy, we don't know. I don't know what the time hold for conspiracy. He just got his record clean, so he ain't got no point. So he could be out in the next 5 to 10 years. We don't know. That's the only thing I feel that could be working for him, while everybody else working against him, especially his homeboys. So when you get this money, man, and you thinking you got control over people, just because you pay somebody to do something, and they do it, once they get caught, that don't mean that they not gonna give you up if they get caught. You got to think about that. For surely you got to think about that. Because just because they look like they real and they look like they your friend, man, they can be jealous and envy of you. And next thing you know, once they get caught up, shit, of course I'm gonna bring you down. That's how they looking at it. Shit, nigga might not look out for me. You don't know what a person is thinking. And it's just that real. You gotta be smart out here, man. Real talk, you gotta be smart out here. And you know, you got kids out here that you gotta look after, man. You know, as a man, you know what we take pride in. We take pride in taking care of our kids. When you a man, once you locked up, you ain't able to do that no more. You might as well say you dead, you know. And if you ain't leave a bag behind, you know, man, them kids gonna be out here struggling. They mama gonna be out here struggling. So that's the worst feeling, not being able to provide for your kids and not being able to do for your kids and put a food on the table for your kids. That's a bad feeling. Not being able to see your kids how you want to see your kids because you locked up and you in jail. You know, you ain't able to go to certain events that they have. You know, graduations, you gonna miss all that. So is it worth it? Like, what do you really have to prove to the next man? Don't trick yourself out the streets. Like, you gotta be way smarter than that. We talking about people who got millions, millionaires. Millionaires. And they still trying to live the street life. Millionaires beefing with millionaires. Like, how that sound? Stupid. If I'm getting money, man, I'm not paying the next man no mind. We not beefing over what I'm beefing for. I'm not looking for nobody, man. I ain't trying to hide. I ain't hiring to kill nobody, none of that. If somebody come and they want to approach me, they want to mess with me, hey, you will get handled accordingly. You know what I'm saying? We ain't backing down, but we ain't looking for nothing. We ain't starting nothing. We keeping it moving. But we will be ready for anything that go down. You know? But you ain't gonna trick bag me from being around my kids and not being able to see my kids. I don't need nobody to crash for me. I'm gonna crash for myself, man. Like, if somebody try me, I'm gonna handle that myself. That's how I was raised. If somebody tried me, man, don't come home talking about, hey, such and such tried me and you ain't do nothing. No, I'm finna handle that. And depending on what happened after that, we go on to war. But I'm gonna handle mine. I'm not finna be, you know, paying somebody to do something and, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they get caught up and now they telling them. That's why I ride solo, man. I don't need a group of people. I'm my own man at the end of the day, you know, and I got people that love me too. But I'm not gonna put nobody in a position that I wouldn't want to be in. I'm not gonna put nobody in a position to where they could go to jail for something over me, you know? If I'm gonna handle something, I'm gonna handle something myself. Point blank, period. It ain't nothing wrong with walking away from petty stuff. If they ain't touch you, what's words? Let them have that. Let them talk. What's words? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. So, you know, you got to be strong-minded out here. You know? If King Von would have never rushed Quando and would have never touched Rondo, he wouldn't be alive right now. He would be alive right now. If he would have just looked the other way, went the other way, Lil Durk wouldn't be in jail right now. Y'all already, both of them was already facing murder charges before this. If y'all don't remember, they was co-defendants. King Von and Lil Durk, they was co-defendants. They was already facing murder charges before this. So now we fast forward to now Lil Durk facing murder for hire charges. That's crazy. For King Von, which is his own boy. Just think about that. How many chances you gonna get? Lil Durk just made a post about second chances. Well, you already got your second chance. You think they're gonna give you a third one, young black man? For one, you're black. That's already a strike against you. You think they're gonna let you run around just killing motherfuckers and, you know, hiring people to kill people? You know, he might have to do some time. Hopefully he get out, you know? You know, I don't wish jail on nobody. Hopefully he get out. Hopefully he be able to beat that. But how this looking, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for him. You know? And his third chance will be, if he do time, he'll be able to get out to see his kids again and be able to go on with his life. That'll be your third chance. But you will have something attached to your record now. That's better than death, you know? That's how you got to look at it. That's better than death. But the feds ain't going to let you get away with too much, man. They going to let you. They going to watch you. They going to build a case. And then they finna come in. And when they come in, guaranteed they have evidence against you. So that's why I feel that he might do some time for this. Lil Durk might do some time for this, man. Which is sad. You know, you got your family, you got everything going, and now you caught up in something that you don't supposed to be caught up in. We gotta move smarter as people out here. Y'all need to stop talking on these phones, man. Real talk. Stop talking on these phones. You gotta be smart. If you bought that, handle your stuff on your own. Handle your own business. What you hiring somebody for? Handle your own business. Be about yours, man. If not, leave it alone. Because just because you ain't do it, you're just as guilty as the person that did do it. You the one that put out the hit, so you might as well say you did it. That's how they look at it in the court of law. That's what it is. So when you go down for it, hey, you gotta accept the consequences for your own actions. You feel me? You gotta man up. You gotta man up. See, me personally, I'm handling everything on my own. I ain't hiring no next man. I'm gonna handle all mine on my own, just like that. And that's real talk. Anybody that know me will let you know, man, hey, all right, I'm handling it on my own. 30 against 1, whatever. You know, I'm handling everything on my own. You gonna respect me at the end of the day, you know? Disrespect will not be tolerated at no levels. But you gotta be smart in how you moving out here. And I ain't talking on no phone, because guess what? I'm handling it on my own. This is on my own in the thought. So, you know, all that talking on the phone, that's obsolete. That's out of the question. That's what real gangsters do. The people I looked up to, that was in the hood, that was them gangsters, man, they ain't rolling packs. They handle things dolo, solo. See, I'm from Miami. See, you know, we ain't have a lot of gangs and stuff down there like that. You know, it was all about standing on your own 2 feet as a man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this gang culture done took over, and the principles that they were standing on, they not really standing on that no more. Like, what are real men at? Everybody manipulating, everybody trying to get over on somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to be smart out here, man. You got to be able to figure things out on your own, you know? What the Bible say? Fear no man. The only person you should fear is God up above. So, every action has a reaction. So, if you're moving right and you ain't doing nothing, there ain't nothing really you should worry about. You can live life peacefully out here. It ain't hard. But when you out here and you causing trouble, you in everybody's face, you in everybody's business, you making enemies, of course, you know, something gonna happen to you. And when things happen to you, don't get mad. You know, you gotta face reality. That's what it is. You gotta face reality, man. You have to face reality. So you have to live with your decisions that you make. Everybody must live with their decisions that they make. And the decisions that you make in life can either hinder you, or it can you can progress off of life from it. So you got to be careful of the people that you do indulge yourself with. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself. There's nothing wrong with being around a small group of people, intelligent people that are trying to be successful and that living their life in a way that you're supposed to live. You know, you got to be out here grinding. You got to work. All this stuff could have been avoided. Like, what are we really beefing over? Really? Then what'll make you really want to kill somebody? You know, what y'all got to understand is we don't wrestle with flesh and blood, but principalities of this world. It's a spiritual warfare out here. You know, you must see it. You got to be smart with everything you do. Like, I can't emphasize that enough. Be smart out here. Don't be no fool, man. Don't be running to get in a fight and, you know, arguing with people and stuff like that, because it's going to be consequences. You know, you get in an argument with the wrong person, they might just stab you in your neck. You never know. It might be your last day. You might go over there for a fair fade, but that person ain't thinking about no fair fade. He might be thinking about shooting. He probably like, hey, man, I ain't doing no more fair fades, man. I'm finna kill you. And then that might be your last day. So, you know, every action has a reaction, and there ain't nothing on the streets that says something about a fair fight. This ain't boxing. When you talking the streets, man, you dealing with the streets. This is what it is. It's no rules. It's no rules. So if somebody come up to me and I feel like killing them, and I'm prepared to go the jail or whatever about it, and you come up to me, that might be your last day. Cause it ain't no fair fight when it's out here in these streets. Cause guess what? You don't know what a motherfucker thinking. They gonna do what they gotta do to survive, and they gonna do what they gotta do to go home. So, you know, you never know what the outcome of how everything is gonna play out. You know? You never know the outcome of how everything is gonna play out. For real. So just be smart, man. And do what you gotta do to survive out here. And live a good, constructive life. You understand what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do to live a good, constructive life out here, man. As you can see what happened to King Von and what happened to Lil Durk, what happened to Quando Rondo and his cousin. Ain't nobody winning. Ain't nobody winning. And that's real talk. So we just gonna end the podcast like that on that note. Thank you for watching the show. It's Street Dialogue Podcast. Patience is a virtue. Everything in life takes time. Stay focused. Stay consistent. Stay on your grind. Wow. It's a God.
My splash, yeah.